Now, if Florida State doesn't do anything really stupid, they can just pretty much run out the clock here with a 4-minute offense, maybe punt and somewhere near half, just past halfway point of the field, maybe the 45 or something like that. If things don't go well, of course you want to score. But Cal's offense sucked. They're not going to have another drive like that, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, the kicker for Cal's pretty good normally. He's had an off night. He's got a leg. He made a longer field goal earlier tonight. It's buck wild, man. Let's see here. Aaron Elliott says, let's hope they can get enough first downs to run out the clock. This is hard, but this is 4-minute offense. 4-minute offense means you dictate to them even though they know what's coming. Florida State. Let's see where their stat line is for rushing right now. Let's get this correct again. 35 carries, 134 yards. The long of the evening is only 15. So to average 3.8 with that is a good sign. They've been consistent. So important. Tofili, 16 carries, 80 yards, and he punched one in. Cam's got 7 carries for 25 yards. DJ kind of brings everything down. 8 for 13, 2 for 10 for Ja'Kai, and 2 for 6 for Sam Singleton. If you get rid of DJ's carries, you're at 27 carries for 121. I mean, you would take that anytime. Absolutely. You're well over 4 yards a run by running backs and receivers. So you would absolutely take that. Here's an interesting stat. I didn't realize he'd thrown for this many yards. Fernando Mendoza is 20 of 31. Again, he's a very accurate quarterback. 290 yards, but no touchdowns. And they've shut down the running game for the most part. 29 carries, 86 yards. And they did have a 23-yarder by Jaden Ahn. But Florida State's done a nice job in the run defensive part of the game. That's a big reason that they hold the lead and should win this game. If Florida State loses now, it will be a rant that you will see. There's no reason for Florida State not to win the football game when you are up 14-9 with the ball and you've got the ball around your own 20, 22, whatever it is. There's no reason you shouldn't win the football game. They just need 2 first downs, I would think, and they would be in a situation where Cal would be they got to start calling timeouts and all that. 2 timeouts. 2 first downs, put it down around 2.5 minutes, something like that. Remember, there is a 2-minute warning now in college football. Florida State, I have no idea if they're a team that is capable of just draining the clock to the point where they get it to zeros, but we'll see. All right, here we go. First down for the Noles at their own 20. Tofili absolutely crushed at the line of scrimmage. I'm wondering, did Shaheen really get a part of that? I never trust announcers and people there. I need somebody to verify that in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, 2nd down and 10 for the Noles. Play action. DJ does not look comfortable, and he is toast. What a horrible start to this drive. They just stink in the biggest moments. My goodness. Just at least 1 first down. You're in 3rd and 12. This is where you can be careful, and I won't yell at you because you can't throw a pick 6 here. They're going to squat on everything, play the chains and up. If you get a 3rd down pass picked off on 3rd and 12 deep in your own end, that's on the coaching staff. You know DJ's not been good with this all year. You can't allow him to make a major mistake here. They're going to let him throw, roll left, which is terrible. Where was that going? Threw it to Mike Norvell. How fitting, the guy that recruited him there. DJ and the Florida State offense was atrocious on that drive. Absolutely, unequivocally atrocious. 4th and 12. I mean, come on. I know Cal's got a solid D, but you went backwards? Really? On this next drive, it's not you get a team to 3 downs and they're done. They're going to go 4 plays on every drive. Against a quality quarterback like Mendoza, that's not necessarily going to be very friendly. Oof. King Jink. Just generationally terrible. What a great post. Mike Norvell should be fired. King Jink. Oh, bro, I can't really say right now that you're wrong. All right, well, we got a little time out here. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in the chat in just a second, but man, Florida State knows how to giveth and taketh away. We'll be right back to Locked On Seminoles. Passion, drive, and patience, the formula for winning championships, is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you will always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay's Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car that MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay's Guaranteed Fit only available to United States customers. Oh, Florida State's offense. Did they just take victory from the jaws of defeat, or however you say that? I mean, it's just so brutal. It's so brutal. Watching Florida State's offense is one of the more painful things that I've ever done in my life. It's they're frustrating. All right. Let's see if Florida State's defense can quote unquote bail them out here. On the day, here's a key stat. Cal, 3rd down. Let me see what we got. What is their 3rd down total? 4 out of 12. That's pretty bad. And I know they don't have a great run game, but Florida State's secondary has played so much better in this game. This will be interesting. If you don't give up the downfield shot and you don't have any dumb penalty, that's the other one. No late hits. You can't be even remotely close to a situation where an official can flag you for a late hit here. It would be very costly. Let's see if the Noles are able to play smart football in this last bit of the game. It's probably a situation where the ball's at the 35-yard line. Cal's going to be able to, oh, wow, what a play. Farmer with a great tackle from behind. Loss of 4. That's a great play. Do you go for it? If you end up in a 4th down situation right off the bat in your own end, Florida State's offense stinks, but your offense isn't doing much better. 14-9. This has not been an aesthetically pleasing game for fans of offensive football. But great play by Farmer. 2nd down and 14. The Cal Bears are at their own 32. They need to get the ball out near the 45. Quick pass out to the perimeter. Oh, wow. Florida State swarmed. Lost about a half yard. Florida State's defense is on fire. The clock is running. It's under 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Cal is in a very bad spot. 3rd and mile. Your offense can't pass protect to save its life. The offensive line for Cal cannot pass protect. Got a smart quarterback, but he's not much more than semi-mobile. You got to bring heat here, right? You would think. No, Florida State just brings 4. They still got good pressure. Oh, my goodness. He's going to get the 1st down and way more. Oh, my goodness. 3rd and 14, one of the slowest quarterbacks in the country just got about 30 yards. So the Florida State offense took their non-clutch gene and handed it to the defense. Rush lanes, guys. You only rushed 4, though. How did the linebackers not get that? That's a terrible job. We'll talk about that play, I have a feeling, for all the wrong reasons in the very near future. Play action for Cal. Completes for a couple of short yards on the outside. Ball out of bounds. Let's see what happens here. Once Mendoza, 3 linebackers in the middle of the field for Florida State. Or 3, and none of them could make a play on Mendoza. They had 1 blocker. Brutal. 1 was DB, excuse me. 2 linebackers and DB. Good grief. Roll left for Mendoza. Throwing ball down the field. Where was that going? Nobody home. 3rd down and 10. Florida State is going to be in pass rush mode. 2:47 to go. Remember, because they're down 5, Cal might as well be 2nd and 10 because 4th down to them means one thing. We're going for it. On 3rd down tonight, he's 6 out of 7 for 73 yards. He's so good on 3rd down, it's bizarre. Some guys have that ability to rise to the occasion. I'll give credit to Mendoza. He's proven it tonight because he's gotten beat up pretty good. Florida State's D-line and their front in general has played up to a level you would expect out of Florida State. They've hit him quite a few times. He keeps coming back for more. Florida State's bringing heat here. Here they come. Oh, wow, they got him again. I do believe that is Mr. Jones with the sack. 4th down, 13 yards to go. The left tackle for Cal is not very good. I mean, really kind. He is not very good. Jones just ate him alive with a really basic inside move off what originally looked like as just a speed rush. Cal's offensive tackle was completely off balance. 4th down and 13. Here is your ball game. 1st down, Cal. Are you kidding me? What a throw. I'd like to blame Florida State there just to say something, but it was good pressure. It was good coverage. It was just a ridiculously accurate throw. 1st down, 1:47 to go in this ball game. Cal is trailing Florida State 14-9. So again, they got to punch it. They can't just kick a field goal. Oh, it's ridiculous. What a throw. That's good coverage. They're down to the 31. This is insane. Cubs 0209 has a pretty good point here. Just a basic statement. You can read from it what you will. Here's his statement. This team, man, you can insert anything you want at that point. This is what I've been saying. Cubs 0209 says this team, man, but also it's regular, says this team has no clutch gene. 100%. They're not clutch. They're the definition of not being clutch. I don't know. I don't know how to say it otherwise. They just don't. They suck at it. Oof. So brutal. I don't think I'm going to do a long. If they lose this game, just hypothetically, I'm not going to do a long post game after. I'll wait till tomorrow to do something because I'll be so angry. Because the defense has played pretty well. I think we can all agree on that. For the most part, it has. Mendoza's clutch. Not taking anything away from the young man. But you just can't give away, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, whatever you want to call it. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird football team. There's a lot of Fuller hate going on right now. Leftover gaming. Fuller sucks, but so do these players. Let's not pretend like they're so good either. There's plenty of blame to go around, bro. No question. This is from Prusian. He says offense is unfixable. Well, the offensive line did play better today. I'll say that. So I would disagree with you to a certain degree. Garrett. I don't know how you expect to score 14 points at home and win games. You shouldn't. Oh, man. Garrett, we need a call-in show at some point. I don't do call-in shows because people will say things that I can't have on the air. That's why I don't do them. I'm just not going to do call-in show. Bench quarterback, but we need to stop saying it because Mike is not going to bench DJ. He's going to ride it till the wheels fall off. Boy, I hope DR is incorrect. All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the Cal Bears. They are on the 31-yard line. Just under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 32 is where they got it marked. Excuse me. There's a run outside. Jaden Knott's got a little room. He is down to the 20. What is it? 22, somewhere around there. Just outside. Second and short for the Bears. 1 minute, 53 seconds remains. Clock is stopped while they get ready to snap it. I believe inside of 2 minutes, the play will stop until the next snap if you go out of bounds, which Jaden Knott did. Second and 1 for the Cal Bears. Florida State needs a big play. Wouldn't hurt if Cal had one of those false starts or motion penalties either. Oh, they lost contain. Jaden Knott gets outside. That's terrible play. He gets down to the 16. First down, Bears. Minute 46 to go. First down, chains move. Clock stops momentarily. Florida State needs to be more disciplined. That's 2 plays in a row. Running back got outside. That's not acceptable. Snap, handoff up the middle. Wow. You can tell Florida State is abysmal at stopping the run right now. They just ran right at them. They are gassed. Minute 33 in running. Second down and 5. The Cal Bears are really starting to hum. They're inside the 15, now down to the 12. Second down, Mendoza go back to pass, but there is a flag. What do we got? Probably some kind of shift or illegal motion. False start, maybe? I did not see it. For those of you commenting in the chat, I'm waiting to see this before I jump back in. This is crazy. I just said that a moment ago. They could use one. Cal's offensive line knows it can't pass protect. That was a straight drop back, and they stink at it. The left tackle knows he can't he couldn't block anybody right now. Left guard either. I don't think that left side's had a rough night. Second down and 10, just inside the 20-yard line. Cal must score a touchdown to win this game. A field goal does not help the Bears. So Florida State, I'll be interested to see if they go any cover 0 or anything like that. Fuller is sometimes aggressive, but there's a minute left, a minute and 11 seconds remaining in this football game. So I'm curious to see how Florida State attacks. Are they going to drop 7, just rush 4, which I think, honestly, will still get quite a bit of pressure because, again, Cal's offensive line is so bad. They can run block okay, but that pass protection's all but non-existent on most plays. It's amazing how that works sometimes, but Mendoza can make a lot of things happen. All right, second down and 10. Now that they put the clock back to 121. Clock issues. Remember now, Cal can get a first down inside the 10. Mendoza takes the snap, pass. Oh, he's getting, fumble. Who got it? Cal got the ball. They did get this. I mean, they did everything right. The ball just didn't go their way, but Cal is in a horrible spot. I mean, they can't pass block at all. Terrible. Jones he destroyed that left tackle again. That guy stinks. And he's not a power forward offensive tackle. And gets a strip sack. That's not Mendoza's fault. You can't get 2.5 seconds. That's not going to work. 3rd and 16 here for Cal. There's 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in this football game. I would almost guarantee it's going to be a run or a screen because they're not going to pass protect well. That's obvious. And they need to at least shorten the distance. So if on 4th down, if Mendoza takes off, he might have a chance to pick it up. I will be shocked if it's a straight drop back here, but I could be wrong. I've certainly been wrong many, many, many times in my life. Leftover says, I don't think we've gotten one fumble recovery this season. That's embarrassing. That's almost impossible. Leftover says, we will blow a coverage and watch. I'm going to hold that up until I see the play. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're not. 3rd down and a gazillion. 3rd and 16, I believe it is. And it's from Florida State's 22, 23-yard line. Fade ball. Incomplete. They didn't call anything. So here's your ball game again. 4th down for the Noles defense. They run a fade on the slot. He got pretty decent. Pretty decent release. Just didn't come up with the catch. I'm surprised at the call. I would have ran a screen or something like that to give him more time, but whatever. 4th in the ball game here for the Florida State Seminoles. Will they get their first win? If they can get off the field here, they're getting the dub. The Noles show a lot of pressure, and they get it. Sack, that's the game. Your Noles are 1-3. They finally get a dub. That's why I said you should have screened on 3rd down. They can't pass protect to save their life. They are garbage up front. Talking about Cal and Florida State. You got to give credit to the defense tonight. They annihilated Cal's offensive line. They didn't beat them. They annihilated them. Props. All right. So let's see here. For the game now, that means Mendoza finishes. I mean, he's still pretty good. Don't get me wrong. 22 of 36, 303 yards, but no touchdowns. And most importantly, they found a way to get pressure. Let's go to the defensive stats for the Florida State Seminoles. As a unit, total sacks 7. That's balling. That's straight up balling. 12 tackles for loss. Comparatively speaking, Cal's defense, they had 7 tackles for loss. Iffy, it's not bad. 3 sacks, that's not a good sign for Florida State. They still got problems, but they didn't get it done. Shaheem Brown, having him back was huge. He had 11 tackles tonight. Shout out to Shaheem. Blake Nicholson had 8 tackles. Kirkland had 7. Knowles had 6. Tackles for loss. How about this stat? Patrick Payton and Farmer, each 3.5. Where was that the last 3 games? But still, for tonight, very, very good. Florida State as a group just got after it, too. They were just around and disruptive. So Florida State gets the dub. Man, what an ugly football game. It's not how you would think you would win, but it is what it is. I'm trying to think of the last time Florida State scored 14 points and it was enough to win. It had to be one of those Miami games, I would assume. Somebody in the chat wants to throw that out there? Fire away. Here's an interesting point. from King Jin, this win doesn't change anything. They still got same problems. I'm not going to stick in here forever, but I do want to talk about a few things. Number one, Florida State as an offense still has problems. So let's go over the basics. Everybody and their brother knows that Florida State is not going to run the ball consistently against a truly good front until otherwise proven. Cal's got a solid front, but not like dominant. But they did run the ball well tonight at times. So, hey, got to go with what you can get. But the second part of that is you run the ball and you run these basic plays, get yard. Like first quarter, they 12 carries, 66 yards, 5.5 yards a tote, thumbs up. Cal starts shrinking the field by just playing up. Florida State doesn't have an answer. Why? They refuse to even try to throw the ball in the middle of the field because DJ can't read a defense as a fifth-year senior. The one time they let him do that down in the red zone, like early second quarter, late first quarter, whatever it was, easy completion. No, wait a minute. You didn't see the guy dropping down from the safety position, interception. They were already gun shy. They gave him an option to do that, and he failed. He failed. Florida State stinks on third downs and clutch situations where he's got to make post-snap reads. It's the bottom line on winning football. So that's why the offense is stalling. It's still the quarterback. Multiple people in the chat, I'm not going to name all of them, but everybody's basically saying, hey, our quarterback play still isn't good enough. To that point, here's the DJ Uiagalelei stat line. It's not going to be pretty. But DJ goes 16 to 27, 177 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not horrible. 117 yards rushing on 39 carries. That's where we're at right now. It's not grandiose per se, but Florida State is going to finish another game. This is embarrassing, though. They're probably going to finish another game under 300 yards of offense. I know this. Since Bobby's been there wasn't any time they had 3 games in a row. I don't want 4, where they didn't have that. They didn't have it. Maybe they had. Maybe there's one after Bobby. I don't think so. Florida State just takes a knee. This game is now all but over. So here are a few more stats. Again, at the end here, you're taking a shotgun snap and falling down on the ground. You're losing yardage, but receiving, Jakai, 4 for 86. He played well. Kyle Morlock, 3 for 21. He had the key drop that was killer, but still he caught 3 balls, so good for Kyle. Jalen Brown, 2 for 29. Hakeem Williams, 2 for 22. Tofili, 2 for 9. Malik Benson, 2 for -4. Kentron, 1 for 14. So Benson, your number one receiver, is -4 yards. That is insane how bad that is. But again, I just want to congratulate the defense. And by the way, Mastromono is a really good punter. He proved it again tonight. Shaheem Brown, 11 tackles. Blake Nicholson at 8. 7 for KJ Kirkland. Kevin Owles, 6. 5 for Azariah Thomas. Excuse me. Patrick Payton with 5. 4 for Farmer. 4 for Marvin Jones. Definitely Jones' best game since transferring to Florida State from the University of Georgia. DJ Lundy with 3. That's a little disappointing. Cam Riley with 3, again, disappointing, but they didn't do a good job necessarily. And that combined with Cal staying on the edges makes it a little bit different than you would think. So we'll see here. Florida State's not in a bad situation, I guess, moving forward, because they got to win. Anything they did after this, in a lot of ways, I think was going to be a bonus. I just don't think there's any way you can be disappointed with the way they won despite the offense. Like, they were just ugly. So I'm going to try to be positive here. It's hard to win with 14 points, but they scored a late touchdown. They held off the opponent when they had a first down inside the 50. I thought this is over, and they just kicked them in the teeth. This is the first time Florida State was clutch in a game this year, and they win. Offense came up big in the fourth, so did the defense. Cal, they're a solid team and all, but they're not they're not a team that has, quote unquote, the big play potential. And Florida State bent but didn't break. Fourth quarter only, Florida State only had 34 yards, Cal 108. A lot of those meaningless yards. But by the way, the stats in the fourth quarter were misleading for Florida State because they took the kneel down. So those are rough. 62 passing yards in the fourth quarter for Cal, 46 for the Noles. 5 penalties for Cal in the fourth quarter. Holy moly, that's terrible. Third downs, Florida State held Cal to 1 of 4. That's impressive, but Florida State itself was 1 of 4. Florida State in the second half as an offense was embarrassing, minus a couple of key plays. They were embarrassing. Fourth downs, Florida State was 1 of 1. That's big. Total plays, 15 for the Noles, 22 for the Bears. Time of possession, Florida State 6:15, Cal 8:45. So again, Florida State wins 14-9. Horrendously ugly game, but it is a victory. So for the next few minutes, I want to comment on a couple of things and go for there. Number one, I said this week multiple times, if they did not play at least one, not didn't have to play both, but at least one of Brock Glenn or Luke Kromenhawk, I was going to be very upset. And I am. But how they won the game with the clutch, I'm going to leave that for tomorrow. Is DJ the answer? No. Is he remotely the answer? No. Is it the end of the world? Also no, because he still got to win. Myself included, who I picked Cal to win in a close game, I thought this would be a game in the 20s to low 30s. Both offenses got their teeth kicked in because the offensive lines couldn't handle pass rush or find a way not to shoot themselves in the foot. Like, again, Cal had 5 penalties in the fourth quarter alone. That's insane. But both teams struggled offensively, and the defenses played better than the offenses all night. Mastromano played well. Cal's kicker missed a key play. If he makes that kick, then they get the ball back. They could have kicked another field goal there at the end. So special teams kind of went Florida State's way. Good enough to get a victory tonight. You're off the schneid. But you still have other problems. A lot of them. Here are a couple of things I'm concerned about. Your outside receivers are not getting it done. At all. There's no nicey way to put this. And I'm not trying to be mean, but again, this is insane how bad this is for Florida State's receiver situation. Vincent had -4. What? Jaylen Brown had 29. Hakeem had 2 catches for 22. Ja'Kai, slot receiver, 4 for 86. That's so weird. They usually have the lower numbers, but it worked out. Jaylen Brown, 2 for 29. And by the way, I think Ja'Kai on that play, was he in the slot? I can't remember. But on the fade ball, that was a beautiful throw. So he caught 4 of the 5 passes coming his way. So it's wild. I don't think Florida State fans are going to be happy with how it happened. But again, you can't bitch about winning when you've been as bad as they've been. That's why I'm going to hold off on something. And believe me, I'm going to go off on Norvell still. I hated the game plan. I hate that they won't let DJ use the middle of the field, but still play him every snap. The two don't jive. So I'll have plenty to comment on Sunday. And I think most people understand that. But the running game is way better. They had 66 yards in the first half. That's better than they're getting per game. Like they were averaging, 52, 54 coming into the game? Brutal. Florida State comes out, runs the ball much better. Having Alex Atkins certainly helps the cause. But my biggest concern is still the same. It's the quarterback. And I will do a whole show on that on Sunday and or Monday. I don't know about all the order. Need to get caught up on some recruiting stuff and gone. And then I came back and saw this game. I know there's recruiting news I don't even know about because I haven't checked it on multiple players. But I just wanted to focus on the actual games at hand today. A few statements here. Christian Nicholas, I completely disagree. There was not a single point where putting Brock or Luke in the game would have been good. Do we need to get them playing time? Yes. Do we have a lot of problems? Obviously. You have to set this up in the situation of, we know at this point in the game, this exact point we're putting in the play, here are the plays. That's how you do that. DJ is not the answer. He's not. In the second quarter, when they were garbage on offense, you couldn't have put them in. In the third quarter, when they were garbage, you couldn't have put them in. Yeah, you could. 100%. We're stuck with DJU, whether we like it or not. Florida State spent a lot of money to get him. He sucks. Can't read past the first receiver, can't run, and just looks like, I can't say that last word on the air, but I get it. Let's see. UNC got smashed by JMU today, but let's be honest. JMU would smash this Florida State team. So I wouldn't chalk up UNC as a win. Yeah, no. Florida State, I won't pick them harder to beat a team at all this year. I mean, they're hard to figure out. Yeah, I told Phil he got some good touches. Vashon. Oh, wow. X is calling Morlock more drops. That's embarrassing. Nicholas, this team is trash, and there is nothing to be happy about. I'm not sure you know what a good, hard-fought game looks like. That's from King Jin. Well, I think what I think it looks like is an ugly game that Florida State won. Give them some clutch team points, though. They finally found that. Kyle Moore drops. USC versus Michigan and Nebraska versus Illinois are good examples. Yeah, those are better, but again, Florida State found a way to win tonight. Do we miss Nick O'Leary yet? Yeah, just a little bit. It's pretty bad the way Florida State played tonight in some ways, but still found a way to win. It was an odd game. The kicker for Cal, thank him. He screwed that up for them. Kicking game advantage Knowles, even though as we start off and talked about in this chat, not a big fan of Norvell's decision not to get Fitz on the field, get the field goal, whatever. I like aggressive play calling too, but probably should have just taken the points. Last point here before I get out of here. I think Florida State at least has more confidence on defense and with their offensive line. The run game is better. Passing game is atrocious, don't get me wrong. But the run game is better, and at least you can be in games. The defensive front seven is making a few more plays in general in the pass game, and the pass rush is way better. They had 7 sacks tonight. That's a whole heck of a lot. California hit the travel over 2,000 miles. They are still garbage. Garrett, how optimistic are you looking forward? Talking to me, I still don't think this team goes to a bowl game. Not with DJ at quarterback. But the defense is way better. DJ showed some improvement. To be honest, he looks better than he has the past 3 games, which is not saying much, I know. That's from leftover. Yeah, he had a few moments, but they can't protect him as well as they need to, and he just doesn't make great reads. Cal's kicker MVP for sure, SOTD. Yeah, man, he screwed that up. Yeah, it's part of being a kicker. You can be the GOAT or the hero. Can't call aggressive plays when your line is getting pushed around. There's no doubt. That's DJ needs extra time to throw. He can throw down the field, obviously. He's got a gun, but he's not going to make a whole lot of plays outside the pocket or step up in the pocket, go get you 4 or 5. It's going to be 2nd and 12. He's going to get sacked. He's slow as molasses. Where are the tight ends? The tight ends are on the bench or not catching passes. That's where they've been. Morlock has been poor. Nobody else has done anything, and I do not understand. You could argue the tight end's been the worst position on the team. DJ, this is great. From Jerry Allen, DJ needs to go back to DJing. Holy cow, that's hilarious. Christian Nicholas. Our team shows signs they're starting to gel. We got a victory over an undefeated team and a conference win. As a fan, I'm super happy we got a win. Be a fan and be supportive. Some of the fans will, but not many. Until quarterback play is fun to watch and Florida State wins, not one or the other, both fans will not be happy. There is not a team at the college or pro level now that doesn't have fans not only expect you to win, but it must be aesthetically pleasing. That's just the world we're in. That's not going to change, Mr. Christian Nicholas. Jerry Allen, he used to run the ball like Jameis Winston used to. Jameis is 10 times the athlete that DJ Oyenkaway is. Not even close. He can't run the ball. Hell, I think I'm faster than him, and I am 69 years old. That's from Richard Brookings. Ooh, that's brutal. I don't know what Norvell was thinking when he brought in DJU. Me either. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to have a show tomorrow night. I'm going to talk a little bit in regards to some of the other stuff that's going on in Florida State, maybe a little recruiting and stuff. I'm going to look back at some of the information with DJ and what happened during the game. Maybe you can find a few more trends, but again, positive, run game better. Pass defense did a pretty good job, especially at putting pressure on. 7 sacks is a lot. That is a lot. Take that against anybody. And, it sounds kind of goofy, but you got a kicker like Mastromano, he flipped the field, etc. Special teams are a pretty good part of Florida State's win tonight as well. We'll talk about some of the negatives with the receivers and the quarterback play again on Sunday as well. But the reasons to be happy are there. 14-9, Florida State comes out on top against Cal. Thank everybody for stopping in to see Locked On Seminoles on this post-game show. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a safe night.